All right, y'all, come on in here. We got some good stuff to cover. Y'all know it's been a lot of talk about Elon stepping down and this, and is he leaving Doge, and all this other type of stuff that's going on. I'm just here to let y'all know, do not think that these crazy liberals, chickens running around with their heads off thinking they winning something. Don't think that these protests are going out there and messing up Tesla and all this other type of stuff, that this man is just stepping down and he's gone and all this other good stuff, because he's not. Okay, he is still going to be the face of Doge, and trust and believe, him stepping away, you know what I'm saying, doing what it is, whatever that he's going to do, he has a good goddamn team in place. And I don't know, y'all, I got some good stuff to cover today, because is he just kind of, stepping away a little bit because Doge has once again discovered something huge? I wonder what that could be. They didn't already unravel so much, and we only in month 3. I told y'all, this is only the beginning of this roller coaster ride. Do not get off of it yet. This is just the beginning. I'm dying to know what it is. Meanwhile, they trying to get them a good old "I got you," and we keep getting the "I got you again, gotcha again, got you again." Anywho, y'all, we gonna get into it. Is Musk leaving Doge? Let's see.
So the White House is denying a report that President Trump is telling his inner circle that Elon Musk will be stepping back in the next few weeks. Musk is technically limited to a 130-day term because he is classified as a special government employee, and that would be coming up over the next couple of months. But Politico came out with a report earlier today that he may stay on as a, quote, informal advisor. That may be a distinction without too much of a difference if he wants to continue this Doge work and the president wants him to. The White House is posting this, quote, "This scoop is garbage. Elon Musk and President Trump have publicly stated that Elon will depart from public service as a special government employee when his incredible work at Doge is complete," says Caroline Leavitt, press secretary at the White House. Now, Tesla stock has jumped 5% today, even after that response from the White House. Brian Kilmeade is here, Fox and Friends co-host and host of One Nation on Fox News Channel and the Brian Kilmeade Show on Fox Radio. Brian, good to see you.
Great to see you.
Your reaction to this about Elon Musk. The president has stood by him. Here, let's just play the soundbite real quickly. This is from Monday. President Trump.
Elon Musk's special government tenure is coming to an end, 130 days, I think another month. Yeah. Do you want him to stay longer, or is it time for him to go back to running his companies in Europe?
Well, I think he's amazing, but I also think he's got a big company to run, and so at some point he's going to be going back. He wants to.
Would you want to keep him around?
But I'd keep him as long as I could keep him.
What's your read on this?
My read is a couple of things. How wrong everyone's been. And Martha, I think we must have talked about this on radio a lot, how they said, these two guys used to being in charge, they're going to implode. Everything with Elon implodes. He's had problems with the PayPal guys. He had problems before with the people he bought Twitter from. And it's been just the opposite. They get along. They have mutual respect. They appreciate each other's intellect and attributes. And you had Steve Bannon come out in February and say there's no way these guys can actually coexist. He's an oligarch that needs to be expunged from the Trump world. And it turns out they excel together. They appreciate each other. And what he's doing with Doge and what he told Brett, my time's going to be done soon. Absolutely. And I got a bunch of companies to run. By the way, you might have noticed it because you stepped out to save the astronauts and he stepped back in. Then he notices they're attacking his electric vehicle nonstop. So that became part of the story. But Martha, what's so amazing is while they're attacking his dealerships and the charging stations and the individual owners, he goes, handles that, addresses that, at the same time goes back to Doge. At the same time, sees a problem in Wisconsin, thinks it's going to help the Republicans to win there. He goes all in there. Now, technically, there might be some people with communications and people in that division that might say, hey, Elon, we want to step back here, move forward here. But I just went back and forth with the White House before I came up. And they said it's absolutely not true. It's the same thing. In about 130 days, he'll probably see less of him. What I sense is we're going to see more of the people that Brett interviewed on Thursday and Friday. These Doge leaders, these business leaders, apolitical, that are going to talk in detail about Social Security, about Medicare, about what it's going to need to get everything, get these computers into the year 2025.
They know what they're doing.
I think it's so interesting to watch people be shocked.
Yeah, they know what they doing. They know what they doing. Come on now. You got Elon that's been training them, that's going to continue to train them. He finna step back, run his businesses, and them boys that's finna take over. He ain't just picking or just picked anybody to go up in there, y'all. He got some very intelligent, smart ones up in there. Come on now. I see you. He's still going to be overseeing it too. Believe that.
Shocked by the things that President Trump said the whole time he was going to do. And Musk said he was going to try to cut $2 trillion from spending. And he said that when he talked to Brett, it looks like we're on target to do that. And as you say,
$4 billion a day.
Yeah, and $4 billion a day. And basically they made it sound like, it's really not that hard. It's pretty easy once you get at it. But obviously, Democrats are not happy about this. So they're trying to disparage him at every turn, really. Watch this from Hakeem Jeffries.
Elon Musk is completely and totally on the run. This guy is one of the most unpopular figures in the country because Donald Trump has unleashed him. Republicans are going to try to distance themselves now from Elon Musk. It's not going to work.
Who are you?
It's too late.
Who are you?
You're attached at the hip, and you're going to feel the consequences of it.
Shut up!
Just like
Shut up!
you did in Wisconsin last
Shut up,
It's
man. Shut up. They talking about you at the hip? Hell yeah. Look at them. They think that they really doing something. Y'all didn't do this. You big. Yeah, let me keep it moving because if you ain't got nothing nice to say, I can't say nothing at all. So let me just play it.
They're so horrified by cutting waste. I mean, it's like this guy is totally
because
out of
they
control.
messing with their money.
Elon Musk's performance job approval rating is at 58% disapprove.
Right.
So there are some people who are uncomfortable about what he's doing. But Jeffries makes his point there. And what do you think?
A couple of things. Do you know what came out on Tuesday this week? We got this little note. Neuralink is a few months from putting a chip into the brain to bring vision to the blind, right? He continues to push forward on Starlink. I think he's had about four rockets go up since he saved the astronauts. At the same time, he's going out of his way to investigate who the general is, who's putting out the infantry to blow up his vehicles, at the same time going back and forth to Wisconsin. They are scared of what Elon Musk is. They're upset that he was once on their side. He's not on their side now. And what he does is 100 miles an hour in everything he does, whether it's buying X or whether it's putting a rocket in the sky.
Stop playing.
And then all of a sudden he realizes if they lose the House, it's going to be terrible for the country, not for Trump. In his view, the country. So therefore he goes all in.
Yeah.
So to me, it's a non-story. They say Lutnick is out. They told us Waltz was out. They told us that he was unhappy with Vice President Vance. All this stuff has proven not to be true.
I mean, I think, there's a ton of strong personalities in this administration, as there was last time. And last time we had the same thing. All these stories about this team battling that team. But really, the bottom line is that President Trump is 100% in charge. He takes the input. He listens to what people are saying. And then, he's going to get out there. We're going to see him at 4 o'clock and tell us what he plans to do next.
Reconfiguring world trade. Besides that, not much on his agenda.
I mean, as you point out, the accomplishments of Elon Musk have been extraordinary, and Neuralink has always fascinated me. If they can put a chip in someone and give their sight back and put rockets, on the moon and bring them back down again, I think that, a healthy skepticism is fine on anyone's part, but you got to be, you have to give him an extraordinary amount of credit that he wanted to hop out of all that and just try to cut spending like he does at his companies. So.
And bring some of the best people in the world along with him to work for free.
Yeah, none of these 26-year-old kids that we were told were on that team. They were pretty interesting. We're going to play some of the sound bites from that interview because it was quite interesting. Brian, thank you.
Thank you, Martha.
See you.
Great to see you.
I'll see you soon.
All right,
Hey,
thank
Sean
y'all.
Hannity here. Hey,
All right.
Look here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube.
Y'all, let's keep it moving, baby. We finna keep it moving, okay? Okay. So, he's still gonna be the face of it, y'all. Man still got to handle his stuff. So please don't think that this man is just stepping down and all this other type of stuff and thinking that y'all won because Teslas and all this other type of stuff was going on, because that's not the case. That's not the case. All right, y'all, coming straight from Gutter Eagleman. Breaking: Trump announced that Doge will continue well after Elon departs and that the secretaries will assume control. He also announced that there is something big, y'all, that was uncovered by Doge, and he will be learning about it soon. Elon has been fantastic. He is a patriot, and I think it is a shame what they are doing to his car company. Facts. Bimbos. It's a great car, a great product. Tells you what a patriot he is. He is amazing. They found something today that is horrible. It is horrible, y'all. Ooh, you will find out very soon what they found. Incredible. Oh, I am waiting. Let's get up in it. Let's get up in it, y'all. Let's get up in it. Because what did Doge find? Ooh, they found something horrible. I wonder what it is.
And into the United States. Sir, do you have a sense of how long Elon Musk's mission will last and when he will depart?
Well, Elon is fantastic. And I think he's a patriot, and I think it's a shame what they're doing with his car company. And a great car. It's a great car, great product. And it tells you what a patriot he is. He's amazing. No, I mean, as long as he'd like. I like smart people, and he's a smart person. I also like him personally. When he endorsed me, that's when I really got to know him. I knew him a little bit before that, but not much. And then he endorsed me. And it was a very strong, embracing endorsement, as we all know. And I would say Elon will stay for a certain period of time, and then he's going to want to get back to his businesses full time. But he's done a fantastic job. We found hundreds of, think of it, just hundreds of, we found millions of dollars of fraud and abuse and waste. And they're still going, they're going strong. They found something today that's horrible. It's horrible. So what they found, well, you'll find out very soon. What they found is incredible. And I
find out very soon.
Got some very smart people with them.
Do you think he can finish?
They're working very closely with our secretaries and the people that are the heads of.
Do you think you would appoint him to another position once his 130 days?
I would. I think Elon's great, but he also has a company to run, or a number of companies to run. Then he can do this. Then he can find the time. He loves the country. That's why he does it. But we're in no rush. But there'll be a point at which time Elon's going to have to leave.
So he doesn't give you a specific date.
I would think a few months.
Even when Elon leaves and goes back to being CEO, will Doge stick around in some kind of capacity?
Yeah, it'll still Doge itself. Yeah. At some point, just so you understand, I don't want to get it wrong. I want Elon to stay as long as possible. Number one, I like him. Number two, he's doing a great job. Number three, he is a patriot. That's why he's doing this. And he's, it's very costly for him. But, so I want him to stay as long as possible. But there'll be a point where he's going to have to leave. And when he does, the secretaries will take totally over. And Doge will stay active. We have a lot of smart people. A lot of those people, I believe, are going to go into the agencies. And they'll work on it from the inside.
You mentioned auto companies that you've been speaking with. Have you spoken to any executives today?
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So Trump has spoken. I wonder what these guys have found. Horrible. They found something today that is horrible. It is horrible. We will find out soon. We waiting on that. We are waiting on that. All right. So here we go, y'all. Coming from Tony X2. You want to know why the young generation is never going to trust a liberal again? Well, let's just get right into it, y'all.
I know why the young generation is never going to trust a liberal again and will probably vote conservative for years and years and years to come. It's because of the fact that they're the generation that watched their parents go from being able to be working class and live a good life on a middle class paycheck, just being able to get by with food and rent and even buying a home and all these things, family vacations, just the classic middle class life. They watched their parents go from that to barely being able to get by on 2 really good paychecks and still be struggling with money constantly with no hope in sight. That's what the liberals have done to this country in 10 years, and the young generation will not forget or forgive that.
Coming straight from Jacob Bradshaw, y'all.
I know why the young generation is.
I'm telling you, I'm trying to tell you, man. They feeling it. Come on now. All right, y'all. So shout out to Florida for doing the thing. You know what I'm saying? I know somebody told me in the comment section, hopefully, you know, Wisconsin can win and Florida, you know, did his thing. And unfortunately, y'all, which sucks. And Elon, you know, did like they say, he stepped up and did everything he could, you know, to do what needed to be done. But y'all know how this game goes. Coming straight from MAGA Resource, just in Wisconsin ballots fiasco screams Democrat rigging in Supreme Court showdown allegedly. Let me censor myself because anywho, we know. You know. In sunny display of electoral mayhem, several Wisconsin counties ran dry out of ballots on Tuesday as Republicans flooded polls in record numbers with the Supreme Court race on the line. I wonder. Can y'all guess what I'm thinking? If you know, you know. Let's get into it, y'all.
The executive director of the Milwaukee Election Commission, that multiple sites were either running low or ran out of ballots. At least those were the reports that they were getting earlier this evening. Now, according to the executive director, they are sending more resources to these places, trying to make sure that they have what they need. We obviously still have some time to go until polls close. We initially got that notice around 30 minutes ago, so she noted there was still an hour left, and they were trying to make sure these resources got to these places. But 7 sites in particular, she noted, had no ballots, or at least made reports of having no ballots. The executive director of the Milwaukee Election Commission, that multiple...
Okay, y'all. All right. Here we go. Being stupid. My screen's being stupid. Let me see. All right. Yep. So we on the right path. All right. Coming from Vanessa Kelson. Kid. I'm just going to spell it. At Vanessa KJELDSEN on X. I think the way Judge Crawford ran her race was disgusting. I'm not looking forward to working with her, Wisconsin Supreme Court Justice Rebecca Bradley said. She's bought and paid for by the Democratic Party.
I'm really personally and professionally disappointed that Judge Schimmel lost to Judge Crawford. I think it's going to result in terrible consequences for the state of Wisconsin and for the state of the judiciary. My 4 colleagues have politicized our court in a terrible manner. They make political decisions all the time. They rule 100% for the Democratic Party in every case that's presented to them. We had an opportunity to return the court to what it should be, which is deciding cases under the law. And unfortunately, we're simply going to see more politicization of the judiciary. I also think the way Judge Crawford ran her race was disgusting. She slandered a good man, Judge Schimmel. We saw this last time against Justice Kelly. It's really sickening. And I hope next time the people will see through the lies that misportray good people in these ads. It's a terrible thing to happen to the state.
Why do you think Schimmel lost at the end of the day?
I think that we saw a ridiculous amount of money come in to this election, and I always defend the right of anybody to participate in speaking in elections, and of course that takes money to do it. But when you see $100 million plus being spent on one state Supreme Court race, that is telling you that the Democratic Party is buying another justice, just like they did with Justice Protasewicz. It needs to stop. Otherwise, there is no point in having a court. This is what the legislature is supposed to do.
Man,
to make
facts, though, for real.
Based on policy. That is not what a court's supposed to do. And unfortunately, we're going to see this happening for at least the next several years.
How are you feeling about working with Susan Crawford on the Wisconsin Supreme Court?
I'm not looking forward to working with her because I think she's, as they have accused us of, and it's simply not true, she is bought and paid for by the Democratic Party. I challenge her to rule one time against the Democrats. I haven't seen that yet from any of my liberal colleagues. But having said that, I will work with her like I've worked with all of my other colleagues and get the work done.
In other words, that one coworker that y'all don't really fool with, but you just still have to sit there and work with, because, hey, it is what it is. You ain't going, that person ain't going to go. So, hell, as long as they don't say nothing slide to you, you good. Yeah. In other words, she ain't really looking forward to it, but, hey, that's what they got. So, that's what she willing to do. That's crazy, yo. So, she was about, look at this. Her evil donors credited at Liz Churchill 10, 4.4 million, 14.4 million, 6.5 million. Look at these. Oof. God don't like ugly, and they are ugly. Wisconsin voted 62% in favor of voter ID, yet elected a liberal judge opposing over 140,000 supported voter IDs, but snubbed the Republican candidate in a state Trump won just months ago. The numbers don't add up. It don't. Let's get into it.
So y'all want me to believe that Wisconsin voted by over 62% in favor of voter ID, but then turned around and voted for a liberal judge that is against voter ID. Over 140,000 people voted for voter ID, but didn't vote for the Republican candidate. What? A state where President Trump won less than 4 months ago chose a liberal judge, but voted for voter ID by over 62%. I mean, y'all have asked me to believe a lot of things. The math ain't mathing.
At all.
I mean, y'all get in the comments. Help me out. It ain't making no sense. At what point did the Milwaukee post their voting results? And not only that, CNN of all people reported that Democrats' favorability is below 26%.
Yep, make it make sense. You can't make it make sense, man. We can't make sense of this. It's crazy. Here go this bimbo right here. Rep. Hakeem Jeffrey says requiring proof of citizenship to vote in our country election is voter suppression. What's your message to him? Shut up. Shut the hell up. Sick of these folks.
In that referendum in Wisconsin, then you should have brought the SAVE Act, which is a voter suppression bill that we strongly oppose, to the floor this week. You could have done it. You could have done it today. You could do it tomorrow. We dare you to bring the SAVE Act to the floor. We'll have that discussion.
Shut up with these little bitty signs you got going on. Republican recession. Shut up, bimbo. Crashing the economy. The Republicans are crash. And what the hell were y'all doing? What the hell are y'all doing? We sitting here trying to fix what y'all done screwed up. The hell? It's so funny how they try to flip it on the side. Like, dude, we just leaving out of y'all administration. Like, we just leaving out of what everything y'all just did. What do you mean? Republicans are crashing the economy. God, we cannot make this stuff up with these folks. I'm sick of them. Something that's interesting today, y'all. A very sad story. Senseless. Now, swap the races and watch the outrage. Austin Metcalf, 17 years old, y'all, has a twin brother. At a they at the track meet, and unfortunately a small altercation happened. Don't know what really happened. Just according to what the brother has said, was that the black man was sitting under the wrong tent. He pretty much went over there and was like, hey, you under the wrong tent. Dude kind of got fly, rubbed the wrong way or whatnot. I don't know exactly what words were exchanged. But the black guy pulled out a knife and stabbed him in his heart. And his twin brother held him and tried to stop, the bleeding and everything, and stayed with his brother until they came and had to snatch the brother away to do what they had to do, the paramedics, when they came and did, you know what I'm saying. And this is just a still ongoing situation, but a very sad one. And that's true. If we swap the race, this I'm over here just like, what? Where is the Black Lives Matter? Because all lives matter, right? It's crazy. Senseless. And the guy is well known, y'all. 4.0. Wanted to, the parents are talking, had dreams to play in college football, like all of that, y'all. Well loved, well known, and gone over a small little senseless, you in the wrong spot. Now, again, this is an ongoing investigation. I don't, this is not coming from me. This is actually coming from the brother, the witness, because there was a few people that were there, and it's coming from the brother. Again, they still investigating and all of that, but it's just, it's a sad situation because, yeah, come on. We finna keep it moving. "17-year-old student was..." I don't even want to say that, was, lost his life pretty much by the Texas high school track at a Texas high school track meet, and pretty much passed in his twin brother's arms. The 17-year-old Carmelo Anthony has been charged with first-degree murder. Let's get into it, y'all. This is the father saying his piece.
Died in his brother's arms. They were twins, identical twins, and his brother was holding on to him, trying to make it stop bleeding, and he died in his brother's arms. And I rushed up there, and I saw him on the gurney, and I could tell. They said he wasn't breathing. I could see all the blood. I saw where the wound was.
Austin, his father shares, was born 2 minutes before his twin brother Hunter, the two inseparable, as you can imagine. Austin is being remembered as an outstanding student at Memorial High, his football team's MVP, and a young man of faith. His father grappling with loss and forgiveness.
I'm not trying to judge, but what kind of parents did this child have? What was he taught? He brought a knife to a track meet, and he murdered my son by stabbing him in the heart. The guy was in the wrong place. They asked him to move, and he bowed up. This is murder. I don't know. I know they have someone in custody.
Yeah, you do.
And you know what? I already forgive this person.
Already?
You a good one.
God takes care of things.
Ooh.
God's going to take care of me. God's going to take care of my family.
Man, y'all, sad situation. I'm trying to figure out if there's more to this story. Because what are you even doing with a knife? Does he often go there? You know what I'm saying? These are just my questions. Did this guy often go there? You know what I'm saying? Why did he have a knife at a track meet? What was he doing there? Was it something, so hopefully we get more answers. We get more, to figure out exactly what really, I hear the twin brother and I hear what he's saying, and I'm pretty sure there were more people out there. I'm just trying to figure out, is it more to this story? Is it more? Yeah. And then for him to do that, you came there to do something because, in the heart. We gonna let the people who do their thing investigate, y'all. That's just some of my questions I was having. I'm pretty sure a lot of other people are having these exact same questions.
Arms, they were twins.
I know I know people are having a lot of questions because that's just, it's crazy. So we done went through all of these. Oh, y'all know I got to find something where we can get a good bit of a laugh. Steve Harvey tells it like it is to a liberal white woman. LOL. Let's get into it, y'all.
Hey, Steve.
Hey.
So for my fresh start, I want to move to Sweden.
Huh?
I want to move to Sweden.
Oh, okay.
The land of IKEA.
You want to make a fresh start there?
I do. I want to move to Sweden. I just want to pick up my boys, my husband, and get the heck out of here. My husband thinks I'm nuts, though, because we have IKEA here in America. However, what we don't have here is free healthcare, free education, and Swedes live a very long life. Can you please help me convince my husband to get on board and move to Sweden, the land of IKEA?
We got Steve looking.
Wait a minute. IKEA, the furniture store?
Mm-hmm.
You talking about the stuff where you got to put all the stuff together? Hell, that's why they probably got free health care over there. Because everybody done hurt themselves putting all them damn tables together.
Facts, for real.
Are you serious? I want to encourage you to stay here in this country. Donald Trump is not going to be that bad. Don't run. He's going to make IKEA bring their ass over here and start building them desks and stuff in America. Because he's going to make
real facts, though.
Let's go, Donald Trump.
Come on now. Stop playing, man. Y'all better get with the move. Y'all best to get with the move. Get with the move or get left. It's just that easy, y'all. Okay, so we done went through this. We done went through that. All right, y'all. So we covered a good bit of stuff today. Again, that's really sad with the twin brothers, the father, the parents. My heart goes out to that family and the twin brother, y'all. It took everything in him to actually do the interview. And he was just, telling everything. He's like, his brother is gone. He's the one, his brother who passed is the strongest out of him. And he's the one that got him. So we really got to just pray for that family, y'all, and pray for him because that's identical twin. They did. He said they literally did everything together, wash dishes together, like everything. His other half heartbeat is gone, and it was over a senseless, stupid ass situation. Elon Musk is still the face of Doge, so please don't nobody get it twisted. He going to go handle some business, but you best to believe everything that happens will be reported back to him. What's y'all thoughts? Chop it up. Let's chop it up in the comment section, y'all. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts on all of this. Let's talk. Let's talk. Okay. I'm about to go ahead and play this last little video, and then I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I love y'all. Thank y'all for the love and support. For real. Birthday coming up in a few weeks, y'all. Taurus, where all my Taurus is at. Taurus, comment in the comment section if you were Taurus, throw up them Taurus signs, y'all. Y'all already know what it is about these bulls. Come on. Stop playing. We coming through. We coming through. Straight up. I hear them bulls coming. Where y'all at? Y'all coming straight from America AF. If you want to follow them on X, this woman just ended the Democrat Party in 1 minute. Well, let's get to it then. Let's hear this in 1 minute.
If I have to be convinced that I've lost rights as a woman because of Donald Trump, then hear me out. Perhaps I haven't lost any rights. I know, groundbreaking. And the same people who are telling me, yes, Olivia, you have lost rights as a woman, are the same people who told me, don't vote against DEI. DEI is good for women. DEI is what helps women succeed. DEI is anti-woman. It's anti-America, and it's quite literally racist. DEI got me failed on a college course for saying that men don't belong in women's sports, and for saying that men are in fact different than women.
Wow.
DEI also forced me to pay $1,700 for said course in gender studies as a chemistry major. And as someone who was a chemistry major in college, a scholarship I could have applied for was the Women in STEM scholarship, which is, by the way, for women. But those scholarships are being given to men in dresses who identify as women under the guise of social justice and inclusivity to reach DEI quotas. So tell me, how is that helping women? How is that pro-woman? And what rights have I lost? Like, I'm actually waiting. And I know they're all going to say, well, it's the right to abortion, the right to kill a child. I have morals, so that's not something I'm worried about.